Hello and welcome to another episode of Lynn Lineup. I am Steven Pafume and I am here with Judie VanKooiman, the founder and president of Those Who Can for Those in Need's 7th Annual Resource and Volunteer Fair. The event takes place Saturday, September 8th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at 151 Pauline Street in Winthrop, Mass. So Judie, thank you for being here with me on the show.
Thank you, Steve and Lynn Community Television for inviting me and promoting this for me.
So before we get into any questions or anything, I would like to take the time for you to talk about yourself, what do you do, where are you from, all the fun questions.
Okay, my biography. Actually, I started a cable show. I tape it in Winthrop, but Lynn airs that show for me, which I'm so grateful for. And it's called Life Issues. It's a resource information show. And I've been doing that for about 8.5 years. And I started that because to help people that might be going through some bumps in their lives. And I went through a little bump when I lost my husband almost 11 years ago and stuff, and didn't have any good resources out there. Mm-hmm. So I started that with help from a friend, and I've been doing it ever since, and I really, really enjoy doing it. I've met some very interesting people, and we've covered all types of topics, anything to do basically with life. And then a year or two after that, I piggybacked off of it and started a nonprofit, Those Who Can for Those in Need, that you had just mentioned. And we hold an annual resource fair in Winthrop, and we do a couple of fundraisers too that I'd like to talk about too during this time, that we help with people. Like you mentioned, the resource fair this year is going to be on Saturday, September 8th in Winthrop, and the organizations that will have a resource table are from the greater Boston and North Shore area. And just to, again, anything to do with life. I can name off everyone, but I probably end up forgetting something. But if nobody is there to represent, we can always help that person look for resources. The volunteer part comes in where a lot of the organizations are looking for volunteers because of budget cuts, and people like to volunteer, and so they like to promote volunteerism for the organizations. And I made it into a big family type event because there's not enough family activities and stuff. So that day we're going to have, besides the resource tables, and we're going to have Maya's lemonade stand. This young lady is unbelievable. She's just started her teens, and she's been doing this for years. She has lemonade stands throughout the spring and summer, and she donates the money back to Children's Hospital. During the Christmas time, she has a toy drive, and she donates the toys back to Children's Hospital. So she's just unbelievable. So I invite her every year to do the resource fair too, to earn a little extra more money for Children's Hospital. We have reptiles. The kids actually love those. Believe it or not, that's one thing I stay away from. But the kids love it. And then we have a young lady from East Boston that plays and sings, plays a keyboard and sings. And she is a senior in high school this year. And her voice is phenomenal. She's very, very talented. So I've had her for the last probably 4 or 5 years now doing this fair. And then at the end of the event, we have the canine demo from the Sheriff's Department, and the kids love that. Well, even the big kids, the adults love it too. They go, "When are you having that again this year?" and stuff. And so I tell them yes. And then we're going to have this year we're going to have a clown doing magic show and face painting. So there's something for everyone. We also have food, and the whole event is free for everybody. There's no charge. If they want to make a little donation, they can do that, but otherwise we don't ask for any particular amounts of money or anything like that.
So you mentioned how families and your friends have all helped you throughout all the years and everything. What's the best way for families to kind of take advantage, well, not advantage, but kind of do come and see you for the things that you guys offer?
just to come down to the event, check out the tables, and my board will be there that day helping out too, and they can, anybody can ask them for questions, or if they're looking for something in particular or something like that.
Now, like like you were mentioning a lot of the events, like the clowns and like reptiles and all those. Mm-hmm. Have you done a lot of these like before, like in the past fairs, or are these kind of newish, like the clown? Like I know you mentioned the clown and everything. Did you do that before, or?
We've used something similar in the past where we had balloons and face painting. We're not going to do balloons this year, so we've gone with a different person, and we're going to do a magic show and the face painting and stuff. So this, like you mentioned, this is our 7th annual fair, and so we usually keep it the same every time. We might add a little something different, but basically, it's all the same because people expect that.
Now, looking back on like the past years, coming up to this year's event, do you think there'll be any like differences, like different outcomes, or like a lot more volunteers, or do you kind of think it's going to be the same as before?
I always say if one person can be helped during that day or during that event, then I know that we've done something right. Like I said, I have a great board that helps and stuff, so we all pitch in together. After the resource fair in September, we have a small fundraiser coming up in October. We're going to do a restaurant paint night, and the restaurant is the Dockside in Malden, and a friend of mine owns a, I can't remember the name, Masterpiece Painting, to people can come in and paint a fall picture for fall Halloween, and we'll have raffles, and proceeds to that will go back to our nonprofit. They have to sign up for the paint part of it online on our website. There'll be a link on our website and going to her website to sign up. Dockside gives us back so much percentage of the people's meals. They have to have a coupon for that, and that too will be distributed either on social media or our website too. So this will be our 3rd year doing this, and people like doing it and stuff. And then in the spring, we have our Uplift Yourself with Laughter fundraiser at, we'll have it at Giggles again, up on Route 1, and we honor an organization that's been with us, an award, and then we have some great comedians. Laughter's the best medicine, so it's always fun, and we have raffles again, and pizza, and all that fun stuff. Some goodies.
A lot of different
things so on. There'll be more information coming probably at the beginning of the year for that.
That seems really good, actually. Like a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that kind of runs out of time for us, but I'm happy you were able to share like all different events and everything, like all the different foods and what's going to happen. So if you do want to support the fair, kind of make a donation or even help out, it is on Saturday, September 8th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get into 151 Pauline Street in Winthrop, Mass. Thank you, Judie, so much for coming and kind of elaborating on what the fair is about and everything. So.
Thank you, Steven.
I'm hoping that it goes very, very well for you and you get more. So,
thank you.
This has been Lynn Lineup. I'm Steven Pafume, and thank you for watching.